Welcome to this mid-year update by the Globally Responsible Leadership Initiative. And once again, we are trying something new, a snapshot of the current state of global responsibility as seen through the lens of the GRLI, and do so in an interactive conversation between myself and Darija Miletic. I'm John North. I'm joined by Darija, our ecosystem stewardship lead. Welcome, Darija. How are you doing?
Thanks, John. It's great to be here, and I'm super excited to share some great updates and insights from our recent work and collaboration at GRLI.
Firstly, we're going to acknowledge a few of the milestones during the first half of the year. Of course, we took part in both AACSB International and EFMD Global's Deans Conferences in Europe to engage with leading educators and to consider the future of business and management education. In March, we were hosted by Stellenbosch when we had our Deans and Directors cohort gathering. In April, we wrapped up the Globally Responsible Leadership for Sustainable Transformation course with an interactive panel discussion. We also took part in a series of roundtables organized by How to Change the World in partnership with Times Higher Education and the Global Business School Network. And those conversations helped inform the Global Sustainable Development Congress, which took place in Bangkok. In June, we participated at the Association of African Business Schools conference hosted by Gibbs in Johannesburg, which we'll tell you more about. We also saw participation at the PRME Global Forum, and of course, the Fowler Center for Business as an Agent of World Benefit won an Excellence Award for their Aim to Flourish initiative, and those are just a few of the highlights.
To add another layer to the milestones that is actually in the midst of a living process we initiated during our February board meeting. We have been having regional partners and associate meetings in April and May across 3 different time zones. And these enriching conversations have been crucial in turning GRLI inside out and readying the wider landscape for a process of traveling inquiry that connects business and management education beyond our own network. The input that we got from our discussions during April and May helped us to refine and contextualize this question of how might business and management education collectively and with urgency address the metacrisis to help ensure well-being for all living things. It provided a starting point to take us into our first external prototype at Association of African Business Schools annual conference in June. The feedback confirmed the necessity and the urgency of holding such questions. And it was met with deep appreciation for the much needed whole person format of engagement. But feel free to judge it for yourself and watch the recording that we are going to link also in this newsletter. We were also present at the EFMD annual conference in Bologna, and we were exploring the relevance and the resonance of this collaborative inquiry across various geographies and platforms. And it set us to multiple follow-on conversations with networks like the Club of Rome, CLADIA, the Australian Business Deans Council, which reflected on growing need for the ongoing dialogue and profound collaboration and action across diverse networks and communities.
Yes, we're of course continually looking for ways in which we can connect more of the system to itself. So we have a number of things to look ahead to. Darija, maybe you want to start.
Looking ahead, first of all, John will facilitate the opening roundtable at AACSB African meeting. And this is a very exciting opportunity to further our collaborative efforts. We are also building on our involvement in the UN High-Level Political Forum through the Higher Education Sustainability Initiative, HESI, taking place also mid-July.
Yes, and speaking of the High-Level Political Forum, we will support a side event on the 17th of July alongside our friends at Sulitest. A session is being convened under the heading Bridging the Gap, Equipping Educators for Sustainable Development. And it will involve our partners at AACSB and EFMD again, to explore the changes that we are hoping to provoke through innovations in not only rankings but also in accreditation criteria.
There is a lot more to share, as outlined in the newsletter, including some significant developments in sustainability and global responsibility space, dealing with landmark taxation and legal developments in climate change, also increasing corporate and mainstream management literature on the topic of degrowth and some useful resources related to the new economic thinking.
Plus, we highlight some of the valuable resources and outputs that have been produced by GRLI partners, associates, and allies.
That's a wrap. Thank you, everyone. And stay tuned for more updates and insights from the GRLI ecosystem.
Thank you, Darija. Thank you, everyone, for joining us.